Composite Gloves here, and this is another video in the FL12 effects series, and today we're going to be talking about the fruity phaser. Now, this is a different kind of phaser. I've said in the past that phasers take the signal, phase invert it, and create holes in your signal, and all these things, and a lot of phasers do that. This phaser is, however, quite a bit different. This phaser acts more like a resonance, something that gives resonance to your sound. So it makes certain sounds louder, and it uses a feedback loop to accomplish this. Very similar to the flanger. So let's really quick just take a look at the sound we have. So this is the sound, and you can see this big tone we have right here in the middle of our sound. That is the resonance being created by the feedback loop it's sending in. So if we have this thing called sweep frequency, and this will move that resonance up or down at a speed. So this controls the speed. Now this controls the minimum depth, so the minimum of where it starts. You see it goes way up, and this is the maximum depth. So if we have maximum and minimum depth at 0, it's at the very top. We want it to go down, we say go down. But it can only go down as far as we've said, because that's the maximum depth. But if we say the minimum depth, so it has to go down at least this far, then it will obey our whims. And you can mess with these two settings to get that. And you can keep it in one spot, like so. Or you can make it move a lot between these two states. And another cool thing is you have frequency range, so it's small right now. So that controls the speed. So you see it's moving right here. If you go to large, I think it quadruples. Maybe that's more than quadruple. Maybe that's 8 and 1. 4 and 1? I don't know. Or 2 and 1. You know what? I don't know. It goes faster at some variation, double the speed or something. So that's what those top settings do. And you can already see there's already tons of abilities you have there. Then you can see you can also send it out stereo out. And you hear it in your stereo field, but you can also very visually see it. Now we get weird phase cancellation stuff. But you see it sending out two signals and they're phase inverted. And you also have the number of stages, so let's turn this off. So there's our signal, our phaser is doing its thing, and we can make so that there's like more. And they appear proportionally to where the other ones are. You can create some very computery effects using this. You can already see the amount of fun you could have with this. Now you have feedback. This is how much this affects your, like how loud that resonance is. So let's make it static. We'll have it sit right there. We'll have a whole bunch of them. And oh, when you go all the way to 100, it creates a hole. No sound. 100%. Or 1, I guess. You could create some resonance in your sound using this, which is just, I haven't explained what resonance is because I've explained it in other series, but it's just like a boost in frequency. So that's some interesting options. Honestly, I've never really messed around with a phaser quite like this before. I am greatly surprised at the things this particular phaser can do. Because I thought it was just going to be like a regular phaser, and then I was like, what the heck? This is not what I I'm used to seeing when a phaser is working. It sounds almost like a talk box. And I guess it sort of does create holes, but it works on a feedback loop. Then this is 100% wet, so if we did 100% dry, no signal, and you can get some good in-betweens. And this can literally create like 100 million different variations. So I'm just playing, showing you what the different options do. And then you have the output gain. So if your signal for whatever reason gets substantially quieter, you can go over here and change the output gain to make it, fix that. So let's make a bass sound, because that would be cool, So let's go in here. And I have an FL, how to make your first song in FL Studios if you've never done that before. And I cover a lot of basic stuff, almost all the essentials. Man, you could make some sort of a run and lead thing, like okay, we're going pretty quick already. And we can make it half step. We're just going to repeat that a bunch of times. Oh, this explains stuff. I don't want that. Let's say that's our sound. And we're going to clone it up an octave. We're going to make it more interesting with our phaser now. Change our snap setting back. So we're going to automate this, create an automation clip. We're going to automate this. We're going to automate this. And this won't matter unless you're moving it around. I don't plan to. And we're going to move this. All right, so we have our automation clips. Let's just turn them up and down as we go around places. And it'd be cool. Obviously, we're moving pretty quick here, but these could be subtle effects going throughout. And we could do something like that. And let's go ahead and go crazy now. So anyways, those are some options you have there. Really, an element that as you're making your sound could make a big difference. If you have any questions, drop them in the comments. Share this video with someone you think would appreciate it, or maybe they're learning FL Studios and trying to get a grasp of how things work and what things do. And have a blessed day.